Hey boys, welcome back to some more Spin Bowling Korea. It is game 3 of this test match series against South Africa, and we're coming off a fairly dominant victory. Yeah, it's been a topsy-turvy series. We got pumped in the first match. Second match we came out and fired up and played well. So hopefully the form continues and we can look to improve, or at least stick to what we did in that second game. So we do win the toss. Hopefully we'll have a bat. We have a bowl, which is I don't know. I think you'd generally always bat in Australian conditions, but Steve Smith, he's gone with the bowl. It looked a little grassy on top, so expecting maybe a little bit of swing, a little bit of seam movement early on. But yeah, a bit of a risk for sure, and it looks like they're off to a fairly steady start as we come in here. Look at that, very good average, the 1-5. We're doing a good job. As just trying to set the field up nicely, but none for 39. They're going at pretty quickly. They're both at about 100 strike rate here, so they're off to a bit of a flyer. And yeah, the pitch, it looks like a bit of a belter. Yeah, Steve Smith, I don't know why you'd bowl first, but yeah, we're on early. We're into the attack early, which is good. You know, we can warm them into it and hopefully get a couple of early breakthroughs would be ideal. We are sort of the partnership breaker in our time in this career mode so far. We just have a knack of picking up that vital wicket when we need one, and we need one right now. It's obviously very early on, but they're off to a good start. This is a good start. It's a good shot for 4 there, but none for 50. And there's the partnership, 50-run partnership, only off 54 balls. So yeah, it could easily get out of hand at this point, as we are going to pick up the first wicket. It's going to be Aiden Makram there, who was 30 off 33, going along very swiftly. And a little, I don't know, was this an inside edge onto the pad, or maybe off the pad, hit the bat on the way through there. And excellent work there by the man in close to anticipate and then scoot over to take a nice grab. So that's a big wicket. That's a big wicket. And the fielders have backed us up, because that wouldn't really be expected to get a wicket there. So we come back into the attack. We bowled 10 overs, 1 for 25. And look at the scoreboard. Dean Elgar, 121. AB de Villiers, 50. This is ridiculous. Dean Elgar, he's too good. He's too good in this game. I don't understand it. He's like the best batter in the game. Yeah, we're looking down the barrel of a tough slog in the field here, and you gotta just wonder, why on earth did Steve Smith have a bowl? We have picked up another wicket here, so Hashim Amla is the new man, and we're gonna clean him up with an absolute jaffer of a ball. Oh, what a wicket this is. We honestly, Amla has been our bunny this series. We've picked him up how many times? This is either the 3rd or 4th time we've got him out in this series so far, and this is just a good ball. It's just drifted away slightly, misses the outside edge, spins back enough to clip the stumps, or hit middle stump really, and all of a sudden 3 for 246 is not that bad, considering they are 1 for 200. 3 now, you know, a little bit of a sniff, a little bit of excitement as we come back in, and the big wicket of Dean Elgar has departed. So 4 for 277, and yeah, we're back into this game. We are back into this game without doubt. As it's a good shot, almost picks the man out though. Good fielding there to stop the boundary as well. A risky shot by Zondo. I thought he hit it well, but the man came across quickly. So yeah, this is a balanced game so far. They were killing it, but they do have a fairly long tail, as we're into our 20th over. We've bowled a lot. It's this one, the slider going onto the back pad. He's given it out. Oh, LBs are so enjoyable in this game because they're just so hard to get. Whenever I get an LB, it's so exciting to me, because they're just, yeah, you barely ever get them. But this one, the ball is, man, that's a rough looking ball, but just a slider here, pitches on about leg. It was almost pitching outside leg, but it just goes on, hits the back thigh there, and probably hitting off stump. So yeah, another big wicket, 5 out now, and we're into the probably saying into the tail almost, as come back into the attack, and yeah, 6 for 373. Unfortunately, yeah, I mean, it's still not out of the game here, as that is super close. Surely that is out. I could not believe it. We're gonna. I was always gonna challenge this. I didn't think it was gonna be out just because the umpires are generally correct, but I had to challenge it. It just looked plumb. Like, look with his pitches. It hits him, but he is a bit out of the crease. We'll look at the Hawkeye here, and it's probably gonna spin past leg, but man, it just looks so plumb when it happened. And you'll see there, it just misses leg stump. But, you know, I think it was worth the appeal, worth the shout, worth the challenge as well. Probably just, I don't know. It didn't look like it spun quite that much, but that is what it is, I guess. As come back around the wicket, just trying to get the tail. The tail is wagging annoyingly, and this is the frustrating part. Like, I feel like we were, you know, we were out of this game from the start, like 1 for 200, but then we clawed our way back in. We got a couple of big wickets. The other bowlers picked up a couple of nice ones as that. It somehow misses stumps, but the keeper has done a good job here to take the bails off, and they don't show us the replay, but it is out. Oh, it always does that. Whenever you appeal and they stump them, it always goes for that challenge. But yeah, as you see there, he slides out of the crease, so another big wicket. But yeah, we got ourselves back into the game with good bowling, but then we just let the tail wag. We weren't able to really nail the advantage home, and they ended up getting over 400, which is a good first innings total. And we come in here with David Warner, also very good. If Dean Elgar is the best South African batter on the game, David Warner is probably the best Australian batter on the game. He just always gets runs, so he's 100, and we're into the crease, obviously. We still trail by a lot. We trail by a heck of a lot, 279. So yeah, this is gonna be tough. We really need to dig in here and show some commitment. Obviously, we like to score pretty freely. Not slog, but score freely. But we can't afford to lose another quick one here. We need to dig in a bit with David Warner, get a partnership forming. As they're going to push for 2. Thankfully, they're throwing to the keeper's end, so a nice save 2 there. And yeah, getting into innings nicely. You know, already going quickly, but you know, just working the 1s, working the 2s against the spinner. There's always a lot of spaces to work into, so that's what we're doing nicely. And yeah, it's there's a lot of work. We did get off to a great start. I think the other opener, he got like 60 odd, so we're off to a fantastic start. Is this one quick ball by Rabada? You'll notice the pace will be up a little bit occasionally, because I did in the gameplay sliders, I did put the pace bowling max up a little bit, just so they bowl a little quicker. But yeah, if you see like a couple of 160, that's the reason. So yeah, there's not much else to say about that. That is a glorious looking pull shot. I just stood and admired the shot for a second before I ran, because it was just so nice. Just such a nice looking shot. As again around the wicket. This time we hit it even finer, and almost going to beat the fielder, but we're going to push for 2 there and come back. Just direct hit, we would have been in a little stripe, and we almost run Warner out, which is a bit silly. I don't know why I was gone for 3 there, but we got home safely, thankfully. But yeah, come around the wicket here, Darla. A few bit of a tactic, trying to, you know, a bit of a body line tactic, just getting it under the armpit. But I like the short stuff. I really like the short stuff, so it does not bother me. It's a full toss outside off. We're just gonna punch it through that gap, get an easy 2 as well. So this is good partnership. This is very good batting, good partnership building. David Warner, we've pretty much been hogging the strike, so he hasn't got too many more runs, but yeah, we're just working into the innings. 17 off 15. I mean, we've been batting, like, our form with the bat has been exceptional. Like, we've been bowling well, but our batting has been very good. I've been happy with it, because I felt like in like even first class and the Australian domestic comps, like, I wasn't really scoring heaps of runs, as right here Absolute disaster. David Warner is going to get run out. I lost a bit of, I think I might have just zoned out for a second and looked away because I thought there was like there was an easy 2, but I must have just held off on the sprint button, and you'll see Warner here just sort of waltz into the crease, direct hit, and he's gone. That is, oh, that's a big wicket. That's a big wicket. 5 now as Matthew Wade makes his way to the crease. Not good, not good. So, you know, that's our fault, but also Warner's fault. He was a bit lazy there. There was an easy 2 in it. It was, yeah, that's unfortunate. As Darla continuing around the wicket. This tactic is this one's flicked almost. Oh man, if we got out like that, that would have actually ruined our day. Just flicked it off the hip and hit it with, like, the timing was impeccable. It almost carried to the man at deep fine leg. Oh, that would have been a disaster right there. 2 quick wickets. But you'll see we come back. We don't take the single there because it is now 8 for 199. I was shocked. As you'll see, I had to look at the summary. 3 ducks, and they're all off 4 balls. What has happened? Wade, Cummins, and Stark have all just been and gone, and this game is now turning into a disaster. We, you know, it was in the balance. Like, I think they had the ascendancy, the South Africans scoring big in the first innings, but we were making a good fight back in this game. With a good partnership and obviously Warner's 100, you know, we were working into it, but all of a sudden, 8 for 201 now. Nathan Lyon is the new man, and yeah, we've honestly gotta hog this strike now. We gotta play smart, and that's good batting. We got the 2 previously, and that one just working it for a single. So that's what we got to do. That's what we've got to do in this game now. As you see here, 4th ball of the over. Probably going to look for a single, but we get a nice full toss on the pads. And yeah, you know, if we got a bad ball in this situation, we're going to put it away because obviously we got to hog the strike, but at the same time we got to score runs. So it's going to be a little bit not slogging. We can't really afford to get out, but we've got to do the majority of the scoring. So, yeah, 33 off 35, and that's just a little punch into the gap, pinch a single, just excellent batting. So, yeah, this is turned into the Dan Insane show right now. Nathan Lyon, he's gonna be in for a bit of cardio work here. He doesn't have to do too much in the way of actual batting, but he's got to be ready for the quick singles, look for the 2s. And we just gotta build our innings here. So 36 now. As a good little shot there, but it's gonna just be another dot. As they always kick it, they kick it away there. But yeah, this is a good opportunity though. I mean, it's another little test for us. We've done a good job with the bat, but this one's, you know, this is a bit different. We really got to work with the tail here, and being a middle order player, obviously, you know, you are gonna find. Or you are going to work with the tail, and this is one of those moments where we've got to bat well. We've got to bat real well, as that is just a fantastic shot. Darla, again, round the wicket. I mean, I'm happy with the tactic here. The short stuff around the wicket does not bother me. I love the short stuff, and this is just a glorious pull shot. Man, I love the pull shots in this game. Just picks it up over square leg. They don't even have a square leg in place. They got like a deep backward square, fine leg almost. It's a bit of a strange one, but yeah, we are going to pinch the single. 4th ball of the over. You know, we could just, you know, maybe snuck it out for another ball or 2, but I have a little bit of faith in Lyon. He can't hold the bat, so that was a bit of an in-swinger. We've hit it well. It's gone for 4, but that was a risky shot. That was on middle stump, as we are going to put it away. But yeah, the in-swing, I don't know if a bit of reverse swing maybe, but this has come back sharply. So got to be a little cautious as we move on to 48. A chance to get another 50, but we really, honestly, we need to get a big one. It's going to be tough, but we do need to push this 50 into a big score as we go back for 2. I think we go back for 3, in fact, because again, 4th ball of the over. You know, let Lyon face a little bit of the strike. 51 of 48, very good batting. Only the 2 4s and 1 6. I mean, that shows how, like, patient we've been, honestly. A lot of singles, a lot of 2s. excellent batting. Only 3 boundaries. That's crazy. In the cricket game, like usually there's a lot of boundaries, but in this one, only 3 in total. That's madness. That's honestly, you know, it just illustrates how well we've been batting and picking the deliveries right there. Again, over pitched, picking the spot, and a pretty safe boundary option. So yeah, gonna like I said, gonna look to play aggressively 2 bad balls, and yeah, if I get one in the slot, I'm gonna go big. If I get one short, I'm gonna attack it. If we get out like that, you know, you can't really blame us. We're gonna play naturally. As again, that is a swing. It's pretty quick, 136, and it did dip in late, so it's a little worrying, because especially if line is gonna be facing. As a good over so far, 6 coming off it. Just going to look to go for a single here. I was thinking about going for 3. I thought, can we push 3? But nah, it would have been 2. So you know, just get the easy single. Don't need to push it. As there's our wagon wheel. As you see, that's a good illustration of just playing all around the ground and not too many boundaries to it. So good stuff. 59 now, or 56, I think it is. A bit hard to see. But Mulder now, he's coming around the wicket. As this one, we have cleanly hit. It's gone for 6. Oh, when I hit it, I thought it was going to be down his throat, and it was like it was straight over his head. But we hit it well enough. I mean, we're going after them. If you know, if I get out like this, it's going to be frustrating. But we've hit it so well. It's gone over his head. Just. Oh, it was a good shot. Good shot. We probably want to hit it a little squarer, but yeah, that was a good shot. 6 to start things off. It's not bad, as this one's just going to get jammed for a dot. There's Mulder here. 1 for 49. Again the short stuff, and again getting dispatched. I don't know why they're persisting with this short stuff. It's just giving us a good opportunity to hit some boundaries. I mean, if you're going to put 2 men back, fair enough, but the 1 man back, it's a silly tactic in my opinion. As there we go, 5 balls, 10 runs off it, and then the last ball we just sneak a single. So excellent batting once again. We're doing this excellently. The patience and the sort of the, what am I thinking of? Just the match awareness, I guess, has been very, very good. As they're going to push for 2 here. Nathan Lyon, he was slow to get off the mark, and oh, he's going to be run out. I couldn't believe this. I mean, I don't blame myself for this one. Like, we've been out here for much longer than Lyon, and he was so slow. We were sprinting, and Lyon was just, I don't know, he was stuck in quicksand for some reason. So that's a big wicket. Now Hazelwood is out. We're on 71, like a good chance to get 100, but there's only 1 wicket to go. I was actually pretty filthy with that, because there was, I mean, I feel like there was 2 in it for sure, and then yeah, Lyon was just so slow off the mark, and the push for the second was also extremely lethargic. So that was frustrating. As the short ball picked up, and just gonna be the single. Unfortunately, gonna push for 2. Thankfully, they actually go to the bowler's end. Obviously, if they went to the keeper's end, I would have turned back, but the throw was coming into the bowler's end, so there was an easy 2 in it. But yeah, I've got to be careful now. I can't really afford to give Hazelwood the strike, because he could get out easily. You know, he's the number 11 batter, so another 2 there. We're still going for the short stuff, but that was a bit of a slower ball, so missed time slightly. But 75, you know, such a good chance to get our maiden 100, but it's in a bad spot. Is this one full and wide, and we're just going to take full advantage, just chip it over the infield. Not timed superbly, but hit well enough. It's over the infield. Just trickle over the rope for a boundary. Pretty safe shot at the end of the day. If you go that hard, even if you get an outside edge, generally it's going to be thick and fly past the slip. So it's not too risky. As again, going to push for that quick single. Last ball of the over. It's just a class. It's just a class innings. As that's a class little flick off the pads for no runs, but that's fine. Hazelwood, he's been out here for a bit now. He's still not faced the ball, so I'm doing my job. I'm doing my job excellently. 83. As the short ball comes in again, and we're just going to pull it away. It's going to be a risky 2 here. We've got to really put our skates on, but again, they go to the wrong end. That's poor fielding out there. We would have been in a lot of strife if they went to the keeper's end, but I don't know why they didn't. That was extremely weird by the fielder out there, as this one's just going to be played for a dot. As we come back in here. Still, 9 for 2, what is it, 9 for 265, as this one's just pumped down the ground. Again, not a clean hit, but hit well enough to get over the infield, go for 4. Up in the slot, like I said, if I see one up in the slot, I'm going to go for it. We still trail by 184, it's, we're chipping away, we are chipping away, but we're still in a lot of strife. Even if we get 100 here, we're going to be... You would expect we're still going to go in with a fairly big deficit, which is annoying. We had our chances in the first, well, when we were bowling to restrict them to less than what they got, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. And then, yeah, some quick wickets in our batting innings has cost us big time. It's been a bit of a game of missed opportunities so far, but we aren't out of it. We aren't out of it just yet. We got to have faith. So, yeah. We're still batting. Hazelwood's doing a good job. He hasn't faced the ball yet, which is even better, as this one's going to trickle away. Does it go for 4? It doesn't actually go for 4. Did we run 4? I think we only ran 3, so Hazelwood had to face a couple of balls there, but he did a good job. He blocked them out, which is good. We are on 95 now, so that was a big moment. If Hazelwood got out on one of those balls, I would have been filthy. As this one is going to trickle into the rope. There we go. That's a 4. Just giving us some width outside off. It's not great bowling. Rabada here. He's been probably their pick of the bowlers, 3 for 45. But 99 now. Just what a feeling this is. We're going to get a good delivery there. It's a good ball too. Can't get a single off it, frustratingly. But still 3 balls to go on the over, so we got to be a little careful still. Probably getting your 100, you're not going to worry about giving Hazelwood a few more deliveries to face, as this one's going to be a fuller ball. Going to be played again straight to the fielder, so we couldn't get the single, and Hazelwood had to face a few balls there, which is danger, but this time we finally get a chance to get the single. We hit it well enough, it's going to be a couple, and just settle for the 2. We don't want to go 3 there. So there's the 100, there's the maiden 100 in the test match arena, and what a time to bring it up. There you see, only 7 boundaries, or 7 4s, 2 6s. We usually hit like 7 4s in our 50, so yeah, this has been an excellent innings, and I mean, what a time to do it, and there we go. We got the 100. It's a bit of open your arms right now. Have a bit of fun, honestly. We dug in, we got the big one. We've done an excellent job. I don't think anyone would fault you for having a bit of a dash now with the number 11 batter in and being on 100. But yeah, what a time to bring up our maiden century when we we had to do so much work here, as even then we don't actually take the single. Probably could have, but might as well wait for the last ball of the over, try to get the single. There's plenty of spaces. We just have to get bat on ball really, and run hard. Hopefully Hazelwood is not daydreaming up the other end there, and there we go. Just push it into that gap. Man can't come around quick enough and hold the strike once again. So we're almost at the 300 mark. There's the wagon wheel again. Look at that, it's all around the ground. But 288, trailed by 165. Still a lot of work to do, but I mean we've done an excellent job so far. Rabada is coming in, steaming in, 145 clicks pretty quick, as Leach, the left arm orthodox, is going to come in, and that's a good little shot, hit into the gap. They do have a fairly defensive field now, which is fairly frustrating for me. It was a time where I wanted to sort of free up and open the arms a bit, but they've got some men back, which is frustrating. It's obviously smart because they know the match. They know, just give me a single. I'm going to be going for the big one. A bit of a misjudgment there. I went for the single. I thought there might have been 2, but thankfully Hazelwood, he's doing a good job. He's 3 off 6. There we go. We finally get one. We could advance to get to the pitch of it. and hit it for another 85 meters. But yeah, Hazelwood's doing a good job. I mean, he's running hard. He knows the match. And the balls he's had to face, he's done a good job. He's 3 off 6. He's got the singles when they're on offer. Other than that, he's just blocked them out, which is handy. As this one, full toss. I hit it for a single. Honestly, I wanted to just hit it out of the ground, but we hit a single. I don't know, maybe it was a plan by the bowlers, just give him a juicy one to hit for 6 and then have an over at Hazelwood. But I held off and just got the single, and there we go. Rewarded with a nice juicy half volley on the pads. Whipped away for 4. In fact, that's a beautiful shot. I love that little whip. It's such a good shot. As Rabada, he's bowled a fairly hefty spell here. He's still bowling. He's still going. As this one again, not quite as full, so we can't whip it away as powerfully. But yeah, 122 now off 108. You know, we got a chance to make a real big one here. We're just in such good nick. Is that, I don't know what happened there. I think I accidentally clicked the charge button and then I sort of freaked out because I don't know what that was. But yeah, we didn't get out, so that's all that matters. Thankfully it wasn't on the stumps. That's all I can really say. As the last ball of the over here. Almost gonna hit it straight to the man. Thankfully Hazelwood was super quick off the mark. He snuck home. That was poor fielding. Is this one reverse sweep? You know, everything's going our way this innings. Honestly, that wasn't a good shot. We sort of little top edge, just hit over the slips fielder. But you know, we'll take it. We'll take it. We are over the 300 mark as well, which is good. 310, which, you know, position we were at before. I think this is yeah. This is a good effort. This is a very good effort. I mean, personally, it's fantastic. Because again, I was, you know, trying to get the 2s, but there was no chance of 2 there, so I had to just send him back. Hazelwood, he was, you know, he's been quick. He's been open to the 2s and ready for the runs, but you know, we do have to be a little wary to take the singles. As right here, gonna push for 2. No, we're not gonna get it. We're just gonna send him back. You know. Got to play smart. This is, you know, we are over the 100, so there was a bit of a thought of just going big, but you know, there's a chance to get a big one here. So I don't just want to throw the wicket away, and I want to continue to bat smart. As this time we are going to push for. Well, I was going to push for 2, but Hazelwood is like going way past the crease, which is, I don't know what he was doing. So couldn't push for 2. Probably wasn't 2 in it. So you know, Hazelwood, he has a couple of balls to face, which is fine. But unfortunately, the goose, he's gone for a big whip off the pads and he slid out of the crease. Oh, disaster! I could not believe it. But you know, he did his job. I mean, you probably expect a bit more. He only faced like 7 balls, but he's got out there. I couldn't believe it. But 126 not out. I mean, we've done our job. What a fantastic game so far. You know, it's still in the balance. If we can come out and bowl well, anything can happen. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this series. We'll come back for the second part in the next episode. But yeah, what an inning so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.